When we last checked in with you, True North that is, back in May, we were here at Allen Gardens in downtown Toronto, and there was a fair-sized encampment of tents and an Indigenous community at the south end of the park, complete with a sacred fire. A few months later, it's early September, and the park has been completely taken over by tents, lean-tos, and the Indigenous have circled off an area with a giant teepee that they call their own. In fact, the homeless and assorted drug addicts, because indeed there are addicts here with a safe injection site just down the street, have made themselves quite at home. They even have chairs and places to sit in outside their tents. Beautiful plants. It looks like they're settled in here to stay, even if the cold weather is on its way. Well, now this is Olivia Chow's Toronto. We can't blame it on any other politicians anymore because she's been in office for 2 months and has done nothing, absolutely nothing, about clearing out this unsightly encampment. Ms. Chow has spent a lot of time glad-handing with various diversity groups in various diversity costumes. And yes, she spent yesterday implementing and getting approval for a variety of new taxes to hit Toronto residents with in the not too distant future, including a possibility of a municipal sales tax. So yes, she has been very busy trying to dream up ways to tax and to spend. But as to the real problems, those remain unresolved. She indicated at council this past week that she has just spent $750,000 housing refugees in 2 churches over the summer. But these people remain out in the park and other parks, and that is indeed a problem for her, not that she's solving anything. So sadly, we are looking at proof of the decline of downtown Toronto. This encampment has only grown and been emboldened by the lack of action at City Hall. I dare say that we will probably see them hunker in over the winter, and I wouldn't be surprised if they built themselves tiny little houses. I think we should all brace ourselves, not just in Toronto, but in cities across Canada, because Toronto seems to set the trend for the rest of the country, that this is the new way of doing business. Leave people out in parks, allow them to occupy parks, tax and spend, and do nothing about solving the crisis. I'm not surprised that Olivia Chow has done nothing about this, because way back in the early 2000s when she was a councillor, she left people, her and her husband, the late Jack Layton, left people on Home Depot lands down on Cherry Street in Toronto for 3 years. Can you imagine if this encampment remains for 3 years? Well, brace yourselves, Torontonians and people right across Canada. This seems to be the new way, and with a socialist council and a socialist mayor, I am very, very sad for this city. We have tax and spend politicians who don't tackle the real problems and allow a city like this, once beautiful city, to decline. This is proof. This park is a perfect example. For True North, I'm Sue Ann Levy.